Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, Starr, and this is How to App on iOS. And it's the end of the week, and it's our interview show. And today we have Josephine De Smet. We are going to kick off with her brand new single that has just dropped here in Australia and is due out very soon in the rest of the world. And this is called Legend.
I am just a legend with a soft voice. Come down from my pedestal to make noise. Don't feel the need to explain myself already. Spit it in my lyrics, so you better look closely. For just a reason why I'm trying to bring you down. I make mistakes, but I refuse to wear a frown. Maybe next time you should try to believe me. Don't have much time for those who are needy.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful, right? Yeah. Holy moly. So that has just dropped. It's called Legend. It's a brand new single. It's absolutely short, way too short though. I want it to be longer. I want more. So, what did you think, guys? Pretty impressive. Hey, if you're watching over there on Facebook, I don't know what you're doing. You're crazy. Get over here to YouTube where the people are in the chat. We have a fantastic chat here over at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can jump over to howtoappoниos.com, and the show is in the browser each day for you to watch and interact with our cool chat people here today, our lovely warts, because we all rise together. So, I came across Josephine De Smet on Pete John's YML, Your Music Live show. I heard one song, and you know those moments when you hear an artist and just go, I've got to get everything. I've got to find everything they've done, and you just go and madly just download everything they've got. That was the moment I had with Josephine's music, and I've started watching her live streams, and I guess I'm a big fan now. I've stalked her all over the internet, and now I've got her on the show. So I'm super happy to introduce to you, for the first time on my show, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Josephine De Smet. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yay.
How are you?
I'm good. Very early.
See some people in the chat that I look up to, so
Yeah,
it's really cool.
we have a full
Slightly
house.
frightening, but really cool.
Don't be frightened. They won't bite you unless like you ask them to.
No, they can't. There is a distance. I'm lucky.
You can all bite as long as you social distance bite. All right, folks.
Yes.
So firstly, thank you for coming on the show and dealing with all the stuff, the emails and stuff to get everything set up. It's a bit of a rigmarole, but here we are. And so that's your new single. It's just dropped here in Australia. Tell us a little bit about this Legend single.
Legend is actually more of a fun project. It's about being completely delusional, being like, I am the superior being, and I've stepped down from my pedestal to gift you with the art I breathe. So it's just a really arrogant piece because I don't know. I like to write things that maybe aren't me at all. But Legend was actually supposed to be the intro track for an album I wanted to make, but I don't really feel like I'm ready to make an album yet, skill-wise. So I will just release it as singles, I guess, and maybe in the future turn it into an album. But yeah, the album was supposed to be called Call Me Crazy, and it's kind of taking like the bad side you have and pushing it to an extreme to where it's beyond socially acceptable. So like each track that I had foreseen for the album sort of contributes to the craziness, because I care kind of way too much about what other people think of me or how they perceive me. And so it's kind of provocative, like, come on, I dare you, call me crazy. Like, if you're gonna call me crazy, I might as well go out of my way to give you proper reason to do so.
Yeah, come at me, bitch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Exactly.
So it's just dropped here in Australia. So folks, I've put a link up in the top of the chat. So I do suggest that you go click on that and hit your Spotify save, because it's going to be out only within a matter of hours around the rest of the world. I was lucky that it came out. I said to you on the Skype chat, I'm like, your single's just dropped. And you're like, what?
Yes, I was like, that's not supposed to happen.
We live in the
But
future.
yeah, it's the first time I released something like with a release date, so it's interesting.
I was hoping it was going to work out that way, so I didn't want to like beg you and say, can you please send it to me so I can play it? But
you jinxed it.
I had a feeling it would come out in Australia first, so like
Universe felt that it needed to send it to Jade.
yeah, perfect it was. So I'm going to hit you with the first question for the interview today. Josephine, what does music mean to you?
It means, music for me, having a song perfectly fit the way you feel at that moment is so powerful, comforting, and makes you really feel understood. And that's something I also like to do with my music. Yeah. I think maybe also the reason why I write music is like the more goes wrong, the more I need music to cope. And I don't know, music is just this powerful thing, powerful coping mechanism. Yeah. I Englished.
Well, it's a language within. It's probably a language that has more depth than the English language ever could. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny that we write words to music, because the music already has so much more depth than the lyrics. that we had.
Yeah, music has so many layers to it.
Yeah. It's like lyrics, when you actually, when I look at it, when I sing over it, I just look at singing over it just like sprinkles on the top of a cake.
I don't know. I love lyrics because they add so much. They add meaning. They add like rhythm of speech, which like can contrast with whatever instrument you use. So I find that really interesting.
Do you recall?
If I look over there, I see Jade over there. So.
You don't need to see me. I'm
not paranoid. Like.
Yeah, so that's her setup, folks. She's not watching a window for the police to roll up, and
no, it's definitely not what's going on.
She's got a screen of me over to the side. So, do you recall the music that was played in your house when you were growing up?
So much, actually. Like, my grandparents from the Netherlands are really classical music, like really into that, because my grandfather used to be an opera singer in the Opera of Ghent. So I got a lot of classical music from there. And then my grandparents from Belgium, they are really into jazz and blues. So I got a lot of that because I used to go to like jazz festivals with them. And then my father is this crazy rock fan. So yeah, influences all over. At school, it was always like pop music, rap music. So I love that I got that nice blend of everything.
And does that,
or a lot,
does that music
actually
influence what you're creating now?
I think it might. I when I listen to music, I like to not just listen to what I like, but listen to a lot of different music, and then like consciously think, what do I like about it? What don't I like? And why do I like it? So, because I think if you listen to a lot of music, you automatically grab some influences from that.
Yeah, sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Do you recall the first album that you either purchased or had bought for you? And what format was it on?
I think it was a CD by Avril Lavigne.
Nice.
Like the... Yes. Like, yeah, obviously as a teenager, but like the... What is it? The Best Damn Thing?
Yeah.
yeah. For me at that time, that was rock music. But
And so it was on CD. Was that? Did you buy?
Yeah,
did
yeah,
you buy
CD.
that, or did somebody give that to
I think
you?
I asked it for my birthday, and they got it for me because I used to be a really big Avril Lavigne
And you're
fan.
not anymore.
Yeah, but I prefer her older music.
Yeah.
I like her pop music too, but like those first albums were fire,
Yeah, definitely.
weren't they?
She was a part of probably a decade of music that really didn't have a lot of memories. For me, anyway. Like, there's not a lot of memorable stuff. So she definitely stands out in that kind of decade for me as being somebody who was making waves.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Especially like, I guess in pop music.
So have you had... What kind of lessons have you had? Lessons for piano or vocal lessons?
Yeah, I started at age 12 with music theory, which we get for 4 years, and then we get to pick an instrument. Got piano classes, classical guitar, electric guitar, drum lessons, pop vocals, classical vocals, and joined the choir for about 2 or 3 years.
Do you recall having any mean teachers when you were doing that?
Not really mean, but annoying. Like, you practice and you go to the class and they're like, you didn't practice one bit, did you? And then if you didn't practice, like, see, now you practiced, see how much you progressed. I'm like, "Gah!"
You never had any angry ones that used to hit you over the hand with a ruler or anything like that?
I would probably have hit them back.
Yes.
So no.
That's what I like to know. Yes. I don't mind if I do as well. I need some coffee as well.
No, I wouldn't.
So,
I don't think I would hurt anyone
are you sure about that?
that fast.
That fast? They'd have to.
It's getting
They'd
worse.
have to piss you off. Yeah. Really bad.
I think I hurt someone once. Like, not my sister. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's a
you're-
given.
But like someone at school. Yes. But she deserved it, kind of. Yeah.
So moving on from lessons and stuff, have you ever played in a band, or did you go straight from there into playing music by yourself?
Oh, that's right. There was this band that my sister used to sing in, called Wacko, which was like hard rock. And then they were like, yeah, she quit. We need a new singer. And I was at a jazz festival selling CDs with my dad. And they walked by and they're like, you are our new singer. I was like, okay, sure. I think I've been with them for 3 years. I don't know for how long.
And you're still doing that now?
I remember many cold rehearsals.
Are you
What?
still doing that now?
No. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years, actually.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it was fun as long as it lasted.
So I want to know about you and your dad selling jazz CDs now that you've said that.
Oh yeah, my dad has a record collecting hobby that kind of got out of hand, which means that he now has like tens of thousands of CDs. It's not normal. We had to move because we had too many of his CDs that couldn't fit our house.
Right. So you get...
Not normal. And he says he will sell them, but I don't really think he will. I think he just likes having everything.
Is that why you go along to be like the forceful influence to make sure he sells them?
Yeah, maybe he can sell mine, but he will just collect them. So it's
Right. So Josephine's dad, I think you have a problem. But you could have worse problems.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think having record collect addiction is like a nice one to have.
Much better than anything else. So you've played in, done music with it. Do you like playing in a band? Do you like the dynamic of playing in a band?
I think I would like it now, but back then I was so nervous and stiff. Like, I liked it, but I wasn't very good at it. You know, I I was frozen, you
Right.
know, like I guess stage fright, maybe. I don't know.
Um,
I never had that problem performing by myself, but
yeah.
I don't know. Guess maybe the music didn't um, align with me that much at the time.
So I think that's what I'm maybe getting at. Do you think you're a loner?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yes. Like I like hanging out with people, but if I'm by myself, I am so happy. And once I get into making a song, I'm like losing track of time, as you should when creating music.
Yeah, 100%. So, and now that we've thrown that out there, so I'm a loner too. I like being a loner.
Yay, soulmate!
Loners forever.
Yay!
How has COVID?
Forever a
How have you
loner.
dealt with COVID? Like, cause I've said it many times on my stream. I mean, if it wasn't for COVID, I probably wouldn't have started this channel. I've actually flourished in COVID because I don't mind being in the house and not dealing with people. You know, how have you?
COVID was great. I loved that. Suddenly, all appointments I had with people suddenly vanished. I was like, this. I've never felt better. That's so sad. But everyone is like, what do I have to do with all this time at home? And I was like the same I always do. It's fine. It will be fine. But I actually never got stuck at home because either I was a student and now I work in catering. So food is something that didn't ever get closed here in Belgium.
Yeah, right. Of course, we all have to eat.
It's seen as, what do they call it? Like a necessary job? Or-
Essential worker.
That sounds so bad,
Yeah.
but yeah, essential worker. That's
You're a
it.
feeder. You're feeding
Yeah.
the people.
Feed people.
Feed me more. It's the first time I've ever had anyone on who was like, COVID is awesome. Yay. We love COVID. So
No, it's actually kind of sad because a lot of people
Yeah.
died. So I don't like to be like, "Ooh, I love COVID." But yeah.
yeah, that's definitely, it's definitely a thing. But, and it does feel odd that some of us have flourished in COVID, where others, we've had people. I've had a relative die from it. I know people who've died from it. I know it's been really horrible for many people, but there is an entire subsect of human beings who have absolutely just thrived off it.
Yeah, I think it's a time where everyone kind of got to know themselves, and like COVID is really, like, the lockdown I'm talking
Yeah, of
about is
course.
really
Yeah.
bad if you're not okay with being by yourself. If you're used to be surrounded by people, or if you really get energy out of going to work, and then suddenly you're all by yourself and you're like stuck with your own thoughts, they can be really harsh.
Yep.
But that's kind of something I don't know, I really like personal growth, and that's something like dealing with your own thoughts and stuff like that is something that I focus on a lot, actually. So for me, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, well, it leads perfectly into what I'm going to do. I want to start to delve into your lyrical content because, but what we'll do first, I'm just bringing my iPad back up here, is I'm going to play a track, one of your songs, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about your lyrical content, and we'll say hello to the people in the chat as well, because I can see them all typing away there,
Yeah.
so we'll make sure we address
Everyone
everybody.
is super sweet, by the way.
No, they all rock.
If I look here, I'm not arrogant staring at my phone. I'm looking at you guys. Wow, you look beautiful. Stalk.
All right, so what we're going to do...
Nice closet. That sounds bad. Shoot.
What we're going to do... Oh, I haven't got the video clip up. Hang on a minute. So let me bring up here. So we want... I'm going to skip over to your channel quickly, because I thought I was prepared, but I'm not. I'm terrible. And everyone's used to me being terrible because that's just what it is. So let's bring up this particular video clip. Here's your channel. And where are you? It's this one. We are going to play, as soon as I can find it. I did have it saved, but now I can't find it. It's always the way you have to deal with it. It's Last I See. We're going to play that. Here we go. Last I see. There's the video clip. I think that's the topic. There's a video clip. Cool. We're back on track, folks. Yay! Sorry about that. Alrighty.
Yeah, on my channel is the video, and on the topic channel is just the song.
Yeah, I picked the wrong one. That's all. So, all right. So this is Last I See, and we will come back. Or it's as it says on your video. It says the angry breakup song. And when we come back, we will talk about exactly what's so angry about this breakup song. So, folks, here we go. This is Last I See. Oh, yeah.
Just a little mistake that I can erase. I was forsaken, left and read. Not an open book. Boy, I got you hooked at the taste of the tip of my mystery. Keep me concealed and I promise I'll make up for all the times that you chained me down. Have a good live at me and I promise you it's the last one that you'll experience. Do you miss me now? Swear I hear you crying in your sleep at decisions why. But you never said it to my face. Are you happy now? Did her voices tell you otherwise? One day I will die. But you won't be the last I see. Don't leave your thoughts and says not up to me to guess everything that you expect from me. Even if I knew, let's be honest, I would be submissive as long as it's right for me. Be my victim, won't forgive ya. Figure out where we need to be. It's not up to me to make this right. Do you miss me now? Swear I hear you crying in your sleep at decisions why. But you never said it to my face. Are you happy now? Did your voices tell you otherwise? One day I will die. But you won't be the last I see.
Wow. Yeah. Pretty damn good. So that was the first song that I saw of Josephine on Pete's show and was just blown the fuck away.
Yay, Pete!
So
Thank you for everyone for being so nice, by the way, in the chat.
let's say hello to them all. So we'll run through from, I guess, as close as I can
Yes.
from the top. We've got Payin to Get is here. Kim is here. Russ, Tom Rochelle, Andy Goldsby from, what's his band called? Oh, yeah, the Indigo Sunsets. Who else is here? Danny Broderick, Scott, Nunya Buzz, SM Borthwick. Auntie G is here, who was on the show previously. Joshua is here. I said Russ already, I think. Cy Effin Cool. Stu Cash. Doctor's Orders is here as well. We do that for Doctor's Orders every show. He gets his own sound effect, Josephine. It's amazing. Thomas Gillane is here also.
I'm not at that level yet.
Dean Thomas is here too. Let's see as I scroll down. Pete Johns, hello Pete. Hello Synth Widow Joe, welcome to you. We've got all our great admins here. Brad Example is here. Scrolling. Ed Zielinski too. Let's see, I feel like I'm looking through a magic mirror saying hello to everyone. Hi Joey Helpish, good to see you my friend. Good to see you buddy. Adam Burse. Bubba is here as well. Who else do we have as I scroll down nice and quickly and try to catch everybody? Skies Watcher, hello to you too. And I saw, who else? I'm missing a few, but I think I saw Erica here as well. Yes, Erica here. Gary Hubbs, hello to you. Let's scroll to the bottom and then work my way up. Lady Rodaline, who was on the show last week. Daniel is here. I think that's most people. Michael, aka Zealand. So there is a good collection of people here. Thank you all for joining us. And now we're going to get into the nitty gritty. So because you write a hell of a lot of really deep, dark, full-on lyrics, which I love about your music. You write a very honest, upfront, and you write about some really full-on topics that a lot of people probably wouldn't cover. Tell us about your songwriting process, and about how you write such dark and meaningful stuff.
It's kind of funny actually, because I feel like songwriting for me is very therapeutic. Sometimes I'm going through something without really being aware of it, and then I write a song, and then I listen to it, and I'm like, oh, wait, this has been on my mind that I haven't really dealt with apparently. So songwriting helps me be aware of certain issues, or also like there are some things that I find hard to talk about with other people, and then it's easier to sort of put that in a song, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and in your bio, you say you write about domestic violence and depression and a whole lot of stuff. So,
yeah, a lot of them aren't really online, actually. A lot of those harsh songs, maybe I should release them.
Yeah, and I've put links in the description to your SoundCloud as well, because I see there's a whole bunch of stuff there. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if everything there's added stuff there, isn't there? Is there extra stuff there?
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about SoundCloud.
I found it.
I don't know what's on there. I'm very professional.
So it's all right. I always find these things I search. But there are a lot.
On Slaps too. Slaps also has some songs that are a bit more personal. I remember one that's really personal, which I wrote about like the same topic as Last I See, which we just heard.
Yes. So is this stuff like personal experience, or do you write like from other people's things that you hear, or?
Well, it depends. If I'm talking about eating people, that's obviously not from personal experience, just to be clear. I have songs like that, but I just want to put that out there. But there's there's other songs that are from personal experience, like everything. All the songs I have on alcohol addiction are about someone really personal, really close to me, who last year relapsed several times, and that was one of the shittiest periods in my life, because throughout my childhood that person dealt a lot with alcohol addiction, was really bad, and then would have been sober for years, and then suddenly, yes, last year, or actually it was 2018, but yeah, people with addiction are so good at manipulating that for years I was aware that something was wrong, but she could play it off so well that that she made me believe there wasn't anything happening at that time. And then last year it sort of exploded, and then it was time after time, and that was kind of exhausting. And then what Last I See was about my partner of 4 years. The relationship sort of came to an end, for me at least, but we had this trip planned. And then at that trip, I was sort of you never know, maybe there's a spark that we love each other again. But there was this one night where he didn't take no for an answer when I didn't want to be intimate. So that added on top of the addiction issue, sort of put me in kind of a bad place.
Yeah.
But it was good for my music, because I feel I flipped a switch there, because I used to feel like I wish I wasn't so alone in whatever was happening at the time. But it changed from that to I don't want anyone to feel this way. And if I can help someone to not feel what I felt at that time, then that's enough of a reason to like keep going, you know?
Yeah, totally. Do you use your music for healing for yourself?
Yeah, definitely. And also something I noticed, like with the songs about addiction, is if I'm vulnerable and I put myself out there, it sort of creates a safe space for other people to do the same thing as well. I didn't really notice that at first, but I started releasing those songs. I was terrified, and then other people started sharing their experiences with that, which was really like kind of blew my mind that my music opened a little door for them to take that step, because talking about that stuff isn't easy. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, it's part of I think what attracted me to your music, and there is a lot of artists that I do follow. I find it really hard personally to get into music that has no realness to it. I struggle these days. Like if I went to a dance club and there was something playing that was, no matter what the music was, if the lyrics were just empty, I can't connect with it. So you know, if I don't know, it's something I guess maybe for other people here in the chat, maybe this is the same for them. If a song doesn't make me feel emotional, I just don't dig it. And so it's something that you've really encapsulated. Like I know before we started the phone call today, I listened to your new single and had tears in my eyes and was like, it only goes for a minute. So and that's I think what the connection
it's
is.
It's really sweet.
So you know, who are your current influences, would you say, with the music that you're writing now?
Well, I always say I write dark pop, and everyone is like, what the hell does that even mean?
I love that.
But yeah, some influences are obviously Billie Eilish. Some people have pointed that out as well. Tate McRae I also like, which is more on the pop side. But yeah, the influences is probably anything I'll listen to, but it switches so much. Like one time I will have this Eminem phase, and then another time I'm listening to a lot of classical music, and now I'm going through a Ray Charles, Fats Domino phase.
Yes.
So it switches a lot. Then there's a Marilyn Manson phase, then followed by an Ariana Grande phase, which is really weird, but it's weird. But yeah.
So, see, I can hear a smidge of Billie Eilish, but I only think I don't know. I think that's just because, you know, I think because of with lockdown and the way the world's become really closed off at the moment, that her music's kind of, it just hit just before all this went off. And it feels like there hasn't been much other music kind of coming out on a stream. So she was like the last big star, it feels like, before lockdown. But I hear things like Bjork in your music, and just for your uniqueness.
I honestly have to look that up, because I'm not that familiar with his music.
Yeah. She's a little bit old.
I remember the first time someone pointed out Billie Eilish, I got kind of angry because I was like, I finally felt like I found my style, and then people were like, hey, you sound like Billie Eilish, which is probably one of the nicest compliments you can get. But
like,
you know,
I'm sure, you know, I've been playing music for over 35 years, and there's going to be a lot of people tell you styles of music they think you sound like, and you're going to go, what the fuck? Like, you will hear that.
Yeah, there was one I was insulted by, but I don't remember the name of the artist. I don't remember.
It's probably a good thing if you're insulted. So
is it?
So how do you actually record your music? What devices, what modern technology do you use to make music?
I record ideas on the go. So usually have the Voice Memos app or Hum, which is an iOS app where you can like neatly organize every song. Like you can type out your lyrics, you can put in the key your song is in, you can have a recording in it, and then some notes if you want. Really handy. Usually it's just voice memos though, and I'll be in public catching a train, and then I'll be like, collateral damage. And people, people give me weird faces for that. But yeah, if an idea hits you, you have to record it. So record ideas on the go, then put them on my PC later. Like once I have like a type of pile, I organize them on my PC, and then I go through them. And if anything sparks inspiration, I usually just press record and start sort of brainstorming vocally until I run out of ideas. And then I look like this could be a verse, this could be a chorus. But the progress is not really, I start with vocal first or lyrics first or this first. I actually have a video on my channel which is making a song with a with a word generator, and that sort of shows the progress of me creating a song. That's a bit more clear than me explaining it. And that's one of these songs that I'm still gonna release this year, hopefully.
Music Memos is gone now. I just
forget to breathe.
I tried to search for Music Memos on the App Store and
No, it's the standard app on your iPhone. Yeah. Just voice memos.
Voice memos, because they're getting rid of.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Memos.
Did I say music?
I'm sorry. No, you probably said voice memos, and I just had in my mind that they're taking away music memos, which sucks. Voice memos, yeah. So here it is.
Also use GarageBand iOS if there's like an idea with harmonies that I want to quickly capture.
So there's voice memos, and yeah, this does come on everybody's iPhone. I used this to record one of my metal albums last year. I just went for a walk every day and just hummed a bunch of bass lines while I was walking, and got home and it turned into a whole album. So this thing is invaluable. Totally.
Yeah, there's way too many on this though.
What was the other one you mentioned where you can actually, was it hum?
Wait, can I sort of show it?
I don't know. I can get it up on the screen here. I just don't know how it's spelled.
So I don't know if it focuses. Probably doesn't. Well, yeah.
What's it called?
A little
how
bit.
Do you spell it?
Hum. H-U-M. It's really handy.
Why can't I find it? Here it is.
Yeah,
I found it.
The green one.
There it is. There.
Or blue or whatever you call it.
On my screen
now. That's it.
Yeah.
It's handy.
So I'm just going to have a look
at it. It's paid though, but it's worth it.
$4.95 here in Australia, so it's probably $2 where you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks like here you can add lyrics, you can put in notes. Wow, this is really cool.
Yeah, it's really handy.
I had no idea this existed. And you can sync stuff to Dropbox, it looks like. That's pretty cool.
No, it's more of a backup with Dropbox, right. Just so you know. Yeah. If you put too big of files, too many huge files in Hum, it can end bad. I had like 3,000 things on there, and a lot of them were like these really big files, and the app kept kicking me out. So now I use voice memos, but that only happens if you use like a ridiculous amount of recordings. Normal people won't do that. But I had to go and break the app.
Look what you're doing to me. You're costing me money. I'm going to buy it right now.
Yay!
Let's do it. Double click. Face ID.
I don't know why I'm excited. It's not my app, but I really like the app.
Face ID. Come on, work Face ID. Oh, it's not working. What the hell? My Face ID is shocking. I don't know why maybe it's because I have my glasses on and it's... Yay, we got it. Face ID worked. Bye-bye $4.99. I now own Hum. It looks really cool.
Yay.
Yeah, Russ has written in the chat here something for my trip. So, yeah, this looks really handy. I mean, if you can put in all these notes above, because I'm always doing that in Pages and it's frustrating.
Yeah. Do you want more app suggestions?
Yeah, if you're going to keep delivering zingers like that, baby.
I don't know. An app that I don't have, but I use the website, but it's really handy, is Rhyme Zone. Do you know that?
I use the website quite often, yeah.
Yeah, me too. For near rhymes, it's really handy.
Is there an app for it?
Yeah, but it costs money, so I just made a shortcut to the website.
Yeah, that's what I do as well. Yeah.
So cheap.
There it is. So it's $4.99 as well. So yeah, Rhyme Zone's really great because if you're in the middle of a verse, and you just can't think of another word that rhymes. You just bang it in there, and it just gives you a whole list of words that you can just choose from. And one of them's got to work.
Yeah.
One of them. It doesn't always pay off,
exactly.
though. I've done it before and gone through, like, 100 words and gone, I still can't find one. What am I going to do?
Yeah, true.
So, yeah.
And then you have like Pro Metronome, which is also a handy one. I think that one is free. I don't know if in GarageBand you can sort of tap to get the metronome to change rhythm. Don't know if it does that. So I have like a separate app for
Is
that.
that the one that's on my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just press the little tap button, and then it changes the beat to whatever you tap. Because I feel like if you hear the metronome first, you adjust what ID you have to the speed of the metronome instead of doing it the other way around. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does.
I'm messy. And then the final app I like is called Intune, but that's more of what do you call that? Like to practice hearing pitch. You hear like a tone, and you have to guess whether the second one was lower or higher. It gets really complicated.
So it's like Simon Says, but
I really like
Simon Says for singing.
I don't know. Is it? No, you just hear a tone, and then you hear the second one, and then you have to say whether the second one was higher or lower. Is that
right.
Simon
Yeah.
Says? No, I don't know that.
I've got the right app here. This is it here. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it, but I'm such a nerd, so I don't know if it's fun. Maybe I just think it is fun.
Nerds unite.
Oh, my hair is stuck in my mic stand. Great.
All right, so there you go. You've got some cool apps there, folks, that are probably a little bit different than what would come up. I love that. I love discovering new things, and I've bought something new to play with for my holiday, so that's going to be cool. Let's get rid of this screen now. We can come back here. So you record all of your music using Mac, and I'm guessing what you use GarageBand for demos, or do you use a combination of iOS and Mac?
I use GarageBand, voice memos, and Hum to sort of capture the IDE. Now I usually use Hum for the final product and voice memos for the temporary thing. And if I have something with harmonies, or if I want to make sort of a beat, I also use GarageBand iOS. But usually when I'm really getting ready to make the song, I switch to my Mac.
Yep. What do you have? What kind of Mac do you use?
The 2015 one. It gives me system overload every 5 seconds, so I have everything on a hard drive, so I can do factory resets every once in a while, so I can just work on music.
And
it's so sad and painful.
no, well, it is what it is. We all know how expensive Apple products are. It's not like they make it easy for us to upgrade, really.
I have a PC now with Ableton Lite on it, but I still have to learn how to use Ableton. So once I can, that would be nice.
Yeah. I think my PC here has every other door on it, and I've never opened them once. I think I've got Cubase, I've got everything on here, but I've never opened it. I still just go back to Logic or...
I get it. I opened Ableton and I was like, oh, hell no. And I went back to GarageBand because it's so user-friendly if it doesn't crash.
Pete Johns is probably sitting in right now going, yes, GarageBand.
Yeah, Pete is so sweet.
He is, and I'm going to get to hang out with him this, not this weekend, but next week. I can't wait.
Yeah, rub it in.
I'll rub it in. And we're probably going to have...
No, he's a dog.
We're going to have quite a few beers, maybe. All right, so...
Yay, beer.
So I've watched your live streams as well. How long have you been live streaming?
Oh, God. That's a good question. 2019? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a good question. I think once I started using GarageBand, which is probably 2019 or 18. Je ne sais pas.
I think the thing about your live stream that intrigues me is it's I know when I do a live stream, I set everything up and I try and be like so perfect and have everything flow into each other. And I love about your live stream is you're warts and all.
A mess?
No, it's not a mess. You're warts and all, and you can see what's happening, like in your brain. You're accessing different things on your phone, and it's really stream
I like
of thought.
that.
Yeah, and you get to see your creative process. Is that why you do? Does that help writing songs for you?
Well, songwriting is kind of a lonely and long process, so I was like, why not have some people there? Like there's people who will ask me like, how do you write songs? So I thought I'd bring them along in the creative process, and they actually helped made Last I See,
Oh wow!
which we heard earlier. So the moment that bass drops, that some people seem to like, that was actually like someone in the chat, their idea, because they were like, you should, instead of counting this many times, you should shorten it and then put in an instrument right there, and it changed the whole song.
I love that.
So I think it's cool to have them there, so they can help and just hang out too. It's a bit more personal than like I make a video and then there's time between that and them watching it. It's like real-time interaction, which is a lot more interesting. And the streams are 3 to 6 hours sometimes, so it's fun to have someone there.
Yeah. I watched 2 of them and spent the day watching 2 live streams. It's like watching a metalhead hippie live stream, almost as long, which is cool. So.
And sometimes it's like more of a hangout. Sometimes it's creating music. Sometimes it's singing covers and originals.
Yeah, and a few of them I was watching you like work out songs. That I found that really interesting. Is you're trying to work out like a cover or something, and so I haven't actually seen you live, but that's going to happen. So, folks in the chat, make sure you click over to the description, because all of the links to Josephine's stuff, all of her social media, all of her music, her brand new single is all there. So make sure you do that, and make sure you check out her live streams, and you too could be in the chat and help her write her next song.
Hey kid, wanna get some stuff?
Wanna get some stuff, baby? I reckon. So what's next? Like, so you mentioned like you've just had this single drop.
Yes.
And you mentioned to me before we actually did this interview that you've got another song coming out soon. Is that right? Or did I read?
Is it?
I don't know. I think you're working on one. No.
Yeah, definitely. There's this cover I did like a little more than a year ago, Dance Monkey. People were asking for a longer version. I know it's been a year. I'm slow, but so it's not really completely a new song, but like every part that is in the longer version is like self-written. So it's a lot of fun. I thought it would be fun to drop it when the cover hits 10,000 views, because it's almost there, but I'm still working on it, so I hope I get it done in time. It's the first project that I will like fully mix. I never properly mixed something before, so it's interesting.
Awesome.
Scary.
All right, I want to. Should I play it? What else can I play? I'm going to play. I just want more people to hear your stuff. So what I'm going to do is.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
It just is what it is. All right, let's see what.
Trust me, you get what you get.
Let's see what else I can play, because I've got. I'm going to just head over to this screen here and grab one of these tracks that you sent me. Where are we? I think it's this one. Let's see. Come on, YouTube. Open up. That's not working. There we go. Let's see if we can open it this way. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. I'm going to play this one. So let's make this full screen, and then we'll come back and discuss a little bit more, and then we'll wrap up. So let's hit play, and we'll see you all again soon. So I'm not even going to say what this is. You're just all going to be surprised, yeah? Here we go. See you soon.
Got an invitation to a drinking party. I will down all these bottles, 'cause that's what you taught me. I'll follow bitch, you lie to me. Lie, bitch, you lie to me. Lie, bitch, you lie to me right now, right now. Lie, bitch, you lie to me. Lie, bitch, you lie to me. Lie, bitch, you lie to me right now, right now.
Wow. Folks, if you're not blown away like I am, I don't know what's wrong with you. Simple, effective, beautiful music. I absolutely love everything you do. So, you've mentioned at the start of this that we're going to get an album at some stage, hopefully. Do you have a concept for it? Do you have, because you've got all these singles. So are you going to continue for a while releasing singles, or are we going to get a full album?
Well, I was planning to release everything as singles. I actually have something written down here. Do you want to go over the singles I was planning to release?
Yeah, sure. Please do.
I'm not sure if I can get them all in this year. Probably not, but... So Legend, as I said, is about being completely delusional, convinced of your own superiority. Yay, I know English. And then the second song was called I Only Trust Myself. Have you ever seen Divergent, the movie?
Yes.
Well, it's basically based on that movie. It's about society having this path for you in mind that you need to walk, but you refuse to. You're kind of an outcast. Because I hate that. Like, society has this plan, like you study, work, you meet someone, you marry, you get kids, and you die. Sorry, that's kind of black and white, but it's basically that.
It's very clear. Can I just say,
I really don't.
I did a special during the week on that. We talked about guilt, and I was saying how we're born in a box in a hospital. We go from a box into a school, which is that box to a school, which is a box. Then we go into a job, which is a box.
Yeah.
Then when we commit crime, we get put in another box. All these boxes, and then finally they bury us in a box.
That's true, and also like, as soon as you don't really comply with the plan society has in mind, like you feel this pressure and people sort of looking down on you. Maybe that's just in my head, but I feel like I don't have a partner right now, and people are like, it's time you meet someone. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm good.
I'm exactly the same.
Leave me be. And then, sure, go ahead. Sorry.
I've been celibate for 5 years. And people are like, aren't you going to meet somebody? I'm like, as soon as I can meet somebody who's normal. It's so hard to meet people that, I don't know, are human.
Yeah. And I don't like dating apps either. It's like so forced. That first communication is always like a job interview. I hate that.
Yeah. It's
got to be a bit more spontaneous.
It seems like we live in a world where people don't actually understand how to have relationships anymore. Social media has...
Yeah, what's the point?
Skewed.
Like, people are judging me for not having a relationship while I know, like, you cheated on that person, you broke up, you divorced. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, see it all the time.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So then, Enemy.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry. Thought you were saying something. I wanted to listen to you. Okay. So Enemy is sort of a song about coming to terms with reality and realizing that you're your own worst enemy and that you're the biggest hurdle that's keeping you from personal growth.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You can actually hear that a little bit on my channel, Enemy. But I said that before. It's the video with the word generator. Then you have So Long. So Long is kind of a thread. It's like, I'm on the verge of insanity. One more step and I'll take you down with me. Bitch is... There's a song, Bitch, which is about having gone completely mad, eating your friends, not from experience. Again, just to be clear.
Yeah.
It's basically about being the most destructive version of yourself possible. Then Uncuffed is about the moment that you stop caring what people think of you and how liberating it is to be sort of unhinged.
Preach.
Which is like the moment you stop caring what other people think of you, you can care about your own happiness. Because something I noticed is I care so much what others think of me, but everyone who entered my life sort of disappears within 3 to 5 years. So why am I even worrying if they're not gonna be relevant for me in the future? You know?
Yeah.
Weird. Bitter Pill is a song about being the woman that someone is cheating with on someone else. Then Scared is a song about not accepting that someone is dead, because like the permanent absence hurts so much that instead of that you just say like, I see you're still there, but you're just scared to come down. Then we have Glass Heart, which is a song about being destructive for your own amusement. There's just because you think it's fun to sort of manipulate people. Then we have Ain't Nobody, which is about being a horrible person, needy but yet sort of insatiable, like locking up your partner to torture him. I'm a very pleasant person to be around, aren't I? Oh God.
No, I love it.
Family disaster.
For someone so young,
Family disaster.
for someone so young, you have such a complex thought process. I really, I don't even know how old you are, and I'm not asking that, but you know, for someone so
25.
well, there you go. So I think I had a guess with someone earlier today, and I think I was right. Was I right, Joe? I think I was. See, I'm a good judge. But no, for somebody so young, you have such an incredibly deep thought process with your songwriting. So, wait.
That's such a sweet way to put it.
Where do you think that's come from? So, you know, is this just because you've had, you know, have you had a lot of full-on experiences in your life for 25 years?
I think, yeah, a lot of bad things happen, but in a way I'm happy they did, because they gave me like enough perspective to, I don't know, not be in that state of mind anymore. I don't know. The way I like to explain it, for example, I've been bullied severely, which caused me to never become a bully.
Yeah.
That makes sense. What was your question again? Because I feel like I derailed and I don't remember.
No, it really wasn't a question. I don't know what it was. It was just, you know, I just think you write incredibly complex and deep stuff for somebody your age. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, young people don't write incredibly complex songs, but I just find it very intriguing that you're able to write such hard-hitting stuff. It took me many years to get to a point where I could write, because I write similar stuff. It took me many years, though, to get to that point. For many years, I wrote very frivolous stuff. So, you know, I commend you for that.
No, I get it, because at first I was only able to write like songs about love, and it took me a while to be able to like write about worse things than that, or to sort of detach from my own experiences and write something completely different from that. But yeah, it takes time and practice.
Do you have more?
There's two more songs on
Sorry,
it.
I keep interrupting you.
Then I'll hush. Promise. So then there's Family Disaster. Wrote that one in 2017. It's about domestic violence, and I wrote it after I had a dream where one parent killed the other. It's kind of sad.
Heavy. I love it.
And it's gonna be a bit creepy. I already made this sort of creepy intro that sounds like a little girl talking about what's going on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy, but yeah. And then you have Shattered, which is like a love ballad about hating your significant other so bad that you want to kill each other. But apart from that, I'm a very nice person. Don't be scared of me.
Potential
please.
lovers out there.
I'm very dateable. Now you know why I'm single.
Ed Zielinski.
No, I will not eat you. I will not kill you.
While you're asleep anyway, she'll do it.
Just keep me fed.
Ed Zielinski's written in the chat, to experience is one thing, but to be able to step back and look at it from outside and convey it is another level. Very true. Very true.
Very well put, good sir. Tips, Fedora.
So I'm going to wrap up. We're going to finish a little bit early today because I just, again, want to play another song. We're heavy on the songs today, but I'm going to ask the question that I ask everybody, but I'm rewording it each week just for Doug. See, Doug came on my show, Josephine, and I've asked this same question to 28 other people, and Doug said my last question was rubbish. And I'm going to remind him every week I ask this last question because I'm a bitch. So, if someone was considering becoming creative, when would you suggest for them to start?
Immediately. Because I feel like creativity is like a muscle you need to train. You have a book about that it's called How to Become an Idea Machine. Basically, it's something you need to do daily to improve on it. But yeah, I would say start immediately and ask for feedback, not praise. Because as soon as you get real feedback, which hurts, which isn't always fun, but yeah, that helps you see things that you usually don't see, and then you can grow. Yay! Yeah. Improvement.
I love that. It's beautiful answer. Well answered. How do you deal with deal with criticism on the internet?
I don't have to, honestly. I'm very lucky, I guess, that if you see my comment section, everyone is really nice. I haven't really had anyone be mean, but I do post music on Reddit sometimes because I know people are ruthless on Reddit. And if you want feedback, honest feedback, you will get it there.
And more.
Yeah. But yeah, just if I would have to deal with criticism, I would just look at what they're writing and what can I take from it.
Yep.
So obviously, if someone says, you have a stupid face, there's not much you can do about that. But if people say, like, I don't know, the song is boring, like maybe I let the intro drag on too long, or maybe the build-up of the song is too slow and I need to front-load it more. So you have to sort of look beyond the way they say things and look at what the actual issue is for them.
Well, the reason I asked that was because you mentioned a little bit earlier that you've been through being bullied and stuff. So it can carry on, and the internet is one of the worst places for bullying. So
yeah, I was very lucky that social media hadn't really exploded that much the way it does now. Yeah, I've been lucky, or I would definitely have been cyberbullied too.
Well,
people are cruel in high school.
Yeah. Look, it's been so long since I was in high school, I can't remember. All I remember is...
Oh, I remember.
All I remember is that I had people attempt to bully me, and the way I got around it was to just try and be funny. And when you try and be funny, people kind of leave you alone because the bullies don't understand humor, and it's way over their head. And you can give them shit and make them look like idiots, and they can't tell because they're too dumb to realize. So...
I feel like you gotta be pretty confident to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. But there's like normal bullies. Like, how do you even say normal bullies? This is so weird. But like there were bullies like making fun of my acne or that I had glasses, stuff like that. But then I had this like bully that would like harass me verbally every day, every class, and physically, and threaten me and try to push me downstairs once. Like pretty extreme bullying.
Wow.
So I'm happy that I didn't have to deal with that online as well. Yeah.
Hey, bully, if you're watching this, you're a fucking piece of shit, and I hope you get your comeuppance.
The funny thing is, usually people change, and so I ran into like normal bullies that were like, hey, how are you doing now? But that one girl is exactly the same now as she was years ago, which is so weird. And I still don't know how to deal with that. If I see her, I just panic and avoid her.
I've never understood what it gets. What it gets for people. It's the same as people, sitting online and just coming in the comments and dishing out shit. You really have to. I think a lot of us here who make music, we've talked about this on my channel in other groups and stuff. You really just have to get to a point and realize that it clearly is because they are totally unhappy with who they are. They hate themselves so much. They must go home and just seriously hate everything about themselves. And that's the reason they do it, because nobody could get off on being an asshole like that. It doesn't compute.
I don't know. If you look at series like if you look at South Park, Family Guy, we're kind of being taught that rude is funny sometimes. Yep. And I think people actually think that bullying is fun and they just need that to cope with whatever they're going through.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't always get it. I try to sympathize with, if people are mean or something, I can easily sympathize with that. But that one girl, I cannot.
Yeah, she's a piece of shit. I have to call it like it is.
I don't know. I hope she's in a better place now.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody can improve and identify the things that they do and have experiences that improve them, And it's not karma all the time, but sometimes we have these experiences that just knock us into reality. I know myself, I never was a good person for many years, and then I got really sick and had to face kind of massive health issues, and I became a much better person. It took something shocking like that. So
yeah, I think you often need bad experiences to see and appreciate what good things are and how you shouldn't take things for granted. I think you learn that through bad experiences.
100%.
Otherwise, you just live life like this, and it takes bad stuff to sort of see more than just now, or things that actually aren't as important as you think they are.
Yep.
Like work.
Totally.
You have so many people who just live to work while they should work to live,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the structure of our society that we live in.
I'm a walking wall of quotes. I'm so sorry.
Do you read a lot?
No, not really. No. There was one book that I really liked, which is 1984.
Yeah,
but still, I listened to the audiobook. I didn't read it. I'm so...
Do you think we're starting to head towards 1984 right now?
I don't know. What do you mean, Yeah, what do you mean, actually?
Think, speak, control, mind control, all this kind of stuff.
Is this people talking about social media tracks everything we do, that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't really like to worry too much about that.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do.
If they actually know everything about us and actually decide what we do, then it's already messed up. Then there's no point worrying about it, whether it is or it isn't true.
Yeah, they already do. I mean, let's think about it. We're all walking around.
Did you know pigeons are spies from the FBI? This is why you never see a baby pigeon. This is literally people going on like
pigeon, that. Now that you say it.
I like to bring that serious to people and then just have them be angry and explaining why that just isn't true. I think that's funny.
All right, well, let's end on that. We've had our life lesson here at the end. I love how we went off tangent there. That was brilliant. So thank you so much for your time today. Thank you also, above anything else, for your raw honesty. Thank you so much for bearing yourself here today. Not everybody can do that. So, and thank you for your beautiful music, which I love so very much.
Your voice is insane. Thank you for bearing to talk to me.
No, it's
I appreciate that. Patience.
No, it's my pleasure. I just want more people to... It
was really nice to meet you. Yeah. You're really sweet.
Same here.
And you're pretty.
Thank you.
Just so you know.
Thank you. So are you. Maybe we should date. No.
Okay, got it.
Right. You can all go now. You can all leave now.
My mic stand literally just broke. I don't know what to do.
Oh well, we're gonna end it now anyway. So we're gonna wrap up with the Crush Doesn't Like Me song. The Crush Doesn't Like Me back song. That's what we're gonna end with, I think.
I'm gonna pretend like it's not broken.
I would never be able to tell.
Yeah, just
Oh my god! Have you ever?
thank you for listening.
Folks, Thomas has put Josephine's YouTube channel in the chat, so make sure you go over there. Make sure you click on all of her links and check out her brand new single, which has dropped here in Australia and is about to drop. We're going to close out with this beautiful song, so I hope you enjoy this. Thanks for all being here today, and stay on the line with me, Josephine, because once the show's over, we'll have a chat, and I'll say goodbye to you there. But this is the last song, so thank you once again, and
Thank you. Have a great holiday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have great beers with Pete.
I will do. All right, everybody. Stay cool.
Bye, everyone.
Keep doing
Thank
the
you
things
for
that make you happy.
being here.
Yeah. And remember.
I'm really weird. Thank you for bearing it. Respect.
And remember, folks, mistakes.
You're beautiful. You think I don't see you? I see you. I will stop now.
All right, gang. Oh, remember, I'll say this before I go too. So the Indigo Sunsets, make sure you head over their channel too. In about 15 minutes, they are premiering their brand new track, brand new single, which I got to master. So go over and check that out. It's in 15 minutes. But we're going to go out now with Josephine De Smet. Have a great day, everybody. Keep making mistakes. Keep doing the things that make you happy. Love your guts. Goodbye for now.
I feel so stupid now. How could someone like you ever love me back? I should protect myself. I think I need some help to find my way back. 'Cause now you finally told me what's really on your mind. I feel like I'm over. Was racing through the clouds, but all I'm thinking now is call me when I'm sober. I fall in love and then I break. Too fragile to make a mistake. I'm falling into pieces, the piece that I knew was never there. I thought I would find it with you. Can we go back in time, erase this from our minds and just be friends? It might be for the best. Can be myself when there is someone to impress. 'Cause I forgot how to feel. Stuck in my head and I can't get out. Woke up shattered and weak. I need someone to help figure me out. I fall in love and then I break. Too fragile to make a mistake. I'm falling into pieces, the piece that I know was never there. I thought I would find it with you. Created a narrative where love was equal. But I am just fooling myself, 'cause you don't feel it too. I fall in love and then I break. Too fragile to make a mistake. to pieces. The peace that I knew was never there. I thought